Hi everyone, I'm Michael Brabin, the UK in-market representative for Tourism Whistler and Destination Vancouver, and I'm joined today by Karina Hovard from Tourism Whistler and Megan Nelson from Destination Vancouver, who are the market managers and lucky enough to be based in their respective destinations. So before going into our wellness session, I wanted to give you a quick overview of what we'll be going through over the next 20 minutes or so. Today, I'll be starting with a Vancouver themed meditation, followed by a video around wellness in Vancouver. After that, we'll take a short time to get any comments or feedback from you on wellness in Vancouver. Please feel free to type any thoughts or feelings into the comment box. There will be a chance to win a Whistler and Vancouver goodie bag, so anyone who comments has a chance to win. TTG will contact you afterwards if you're the lucky winner. Then we'll venture from Vancouver to Whistler with a video about wellness in Whistler, followed by a Whistler-themed meditation. Again, we'll take a few minutes after that to get your comments and feedback on wellness in Whistler. And yes, there will be a further chance to win another goodie bag. Finally, we'll end with any questions you have on Whistler and Vancouver. So I'm now going to turn my video off and we can begin with a Vancouver-inspired meditation center. So let's take a few seconds and ensure your space is quiet. And get comfortable wherever you're sitting. Once you're comfortable, relax your hands, let your shoulders fall down and take a deep breath in, exhaling slowly. One more deep breath in and exhale slowly. Gently close your eyes and imagine for a moment that you're in Stanley Park in Vancouver, standing on the sea wall. Temperate rainforest on one side, the Pacific Ocean on the other, and the coast mountains surrounding you. In the distance, you can hear the waves crashing into the shore. You can feel the gentle ocean breeze and smell the fresh, salty air. You take another deep breath, exhaling slowly. Visualize the cool, refreshing ocean air filling your lungs. You take a few steps into the forest and can feel the ground change beneath you from pavement to soil. You're in the rainforest and can smell the blend of pine, fir, and cedarwood. Take another deep breath in, exhaling slowly. The air is cool but comfortable, and you can feel the sun on your face as it shines through the trees, warming your cheeks. Let this moment ground you. Listen to the sound of the forest, birds singing, gentle breeze blowing. The leaves of the trees shift and sway in the soft wind. Now, when you're ready, open your eyes slowly and take a moment to reflect on how you're feeling. Just steps from an urban centre, you're immersed in nature while in Vancouver. We hope you're feeling calm, balanced, and relaxed. We'll take a few seconds now prior to continuing your wellness journey through Vancouver. We gratefully acknowledge that we live and work in the traditional, unceded territories of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh nations. You'll find us on the west coast of Canada and on the edge of the Pacific Ocean, a city that is surrounded by nature and where the opportunities for outdoor adventure are endless and wellness is part of our daily lives. Many travellers are increasingly looking for ways to add healthy activities to their holiday, keep up their fitness regimes, and return home feeling better than ever. Vancouver has plenty of options that are good for the mind and the body. At the base of the mountains, nestled in an urban rainforest, perched on the edge of the Pacific coast, Vancouver is surrounded by breathtaking natural landscapes, providing a spectacular background to experience wellness each day. Enjoy outdoor relaxation and a deep connection with nature, on water and on land. Our mild climate allows for year-round activities and enjoyment of our natural surroundings. Set out for a paddle in the warmer months on a paddleboard or kayak. Escape into the numerous parks and green spaces spread throughout the city, including the jewel of Vancouver, Stanley Park, a peaceful setting for walking, jogging and cycling. Stanley Park's seawall loop is the perfect 1-hour cycle to get your heart pumping and brain stimulated as beautiful ocean, city and mountain views accompany you on your journey. Or you could walk the seawall, venturing into Stanley Park if you wish on quiet nature trails or longer hikes. Serenity is never far from the city centre. On the edge of the ocean, you'll find beaches in every direction you look. On a clear day, marvel at the sunsets from English Bay. No matter the reason or the season you visit, our beaches connect our land to the ocean and our hearts to nature. With a focus on living a balanced lifestyle, Vancouverites were early adopters of yoga. You'll find plenty of green spaces for you to grab a few OMs and over 1,500 yoga classes each week to choose from. The city's healthy approach extends to what's on your plate, with sustainably sourced seafood, farm-to-table offerings, and imaginative vegetarian and vegan cuisine. Vancouver's foodie mantra is eat local, with delicious seafood at our doorstep and rich, fertile fruit and vegetables growing in lands nearby. Nature has provided us with the best conditions to nurture a food scene that's both inspired and sustainable. With a strong focus on health and wellness, spas are flourishing in the city. A well-chosen treatment can add a sense of balance to even the most busy itinerary. You can be massage wrapped, slathered and indulged in luxurious spas where you want to hang out all day. Or take a wellness retreat to bring some well-earned mental and physical recalibration. Fitness and a balanced approach to work and play is in Vancouver's DNA. Our close proximity to nature allows us to disconnect from the stress of everyday life and appreciate the beauty of our surroundings. This place will bring out the play in you, but it also brings in the peace. And it's that healthy sense of balance you experience here that will keep you feeling grounded long after you leave. So we'll take a bit of time now to think about Vancouver wellness. Please post a message in the chat on what you thought was unique or especially attractive about wellness in Vancouver. As I said earlier, any comment will go into a prize draw for a Whistler and Vancouver goodie bag. TTG will be in touch with the winners, so you don't have to worry about any of that. Just share your thoughts with us now on Vancouver wellness. Samantha thinks you would like to move to Vancouver, and to be honest, I struggle to meet people who have been to Vancouver who don't come back and say, I just want to move there. It has everything, the mountains, the sea, the nature, the wildlife. I'm glad you found that relaxing, Emma. I think I've had a similar day to you, so I needed that too. And I do agree, Ellie, Vancouver looks amazing, and honestly, the pictures don't even do it justice. It's absolutely spectacular. And great to see that some of you have been there as well. It's always nice to see people who have been there, and usually we do get a lot of heart emojis from anybody who's been there, because as I say, it's one of those cities that's very difficult not to fall in love with. Well, thanks everybody for the great feedback, and feel free to keep popping things in there. But let's move on now to equally beautiful Whistler. So we'll now embark on a journey to Whistler along the beautiful Sea to Sky Highway, just a 2-hour drive from Vancouver. Enjoy the journey along one of the most scenic coastal drives in British Columbia, if not the world, as we make our way from the ocean surrounding Vancouver up to the mountains of Whistler, a paradise nestled amidst a picturesque landscape of British Columbia, Canada, where wellness and adventure harmoniously coexist. I would like to acknowledge that Whistler is located on the shared traditional territories of the Squamish Nation and Lillywat Nation. We honour and celebrate their culture, history, and language. Join us as we explore a world of rejuvenation, exploration, and tranquility, all against the backdrop of Whistler's stunning natural beauty. Our wellness adventure begins with a breath of fresh mountain air. Lace up your hiking boots and ascend to Whistler's alpine region, where hundreds of pristine trails unveil panoramic vistas that will leave you breathless in more ways than one. There's another world tucked away in our mountaintops, vast, rugged, quiet, a place of thrill-inducing and soul-filling experiences. Step aboard the peak-to-peak gondola. High above the valley floor, you'll find yourself suspended in a world of boundless wonder, seamlessly connecting Whistler and Blackcomb Mountains. Explore the Cloudraker Sky Bridge and Raven's Nest Lookout for panoramic views of the coast mountain ranges. For those seeking serenity, Whistler's tranquil lakes beckon. Embrace the art of yoga at one of Whistler's 5 alpine lakes. Whether you're gracefully paddleboarding or peacefully canoeing, these crystal clear waters offer sanctuary for those yearning to connect with the calm of the natural world. Hop on a bike and discover Whistler at your own pace. Breathtaking glacier-fed lakes, lush forests and waterfalls are linked by a network of paved trails. Pause for a moment and immerse yourself in the quiet wonder of the mountains. Explore trailheads closer to home, with routes accessible for all of the family on foot or by local bus from the village. Deepen your connection with nature and delve into the art of forest bathing. Let the woods wash over you, reinvigorating your senses and grounding your spirit. Indulge in the therapeutic powers of hydrotherapy, saunas, and eucalyptus steam baths at the Scandinav Spa. Open all year round, you can either bask in the sun or surround yourself in a winter wonderland. Here, time loses its meaning and tranquility reigns supreme. Within Whistler Village, you can treat yourself to a world of bliss, with a rejuvenating massage at one of our many spas. And with over 100 restaurants, Whistler's commitment to wellness extends to your plate. Enjoy locally sourced, nutritious cuisine that not only tantalizes your taste bud, but also nourishes your body. And for those who find serenity in precision, Whistler's 4 world-class golf courses are framed by breathtaking mountain vistas. Tee off in this golfer's paradise where the pursuit of wellness takes on a whole new dimension. So, to finish things off, I'll now be taking you on a short Whistler-inspired meditation. So again, let's take a few seconds and ensure that your space is quiet. You're sitting comfortably with your feet planted, your back straight, and your hands in your lap. In your comfortable position, allow your body to settle and your mind to become still. When you feel ready, close your eyes and imagine yourself in Whistler, surrounded by forest and towering mountains. Focus on your breathing, taking deep breaths of crisp mountain air in through your nose and exhale through your mouth, letting the serenity of Whistler's environment envelop you. As you let yourself relax, picture the majestic peaks with their snow-capped summits reaching towards the vast expanse of blue sky. Feel the coolness of the mountain breeze against your skin, relaxing your senses and grounding you in this moment. Within the towering evergreen forest that surrounds you, you are completely at peace, their lush greenery offering a sanctuary of tranquility. As you immerse yourself in the beauty of Whistler, allow your mind to wander deeper into the forest, hearing the wind between the leaves, birds singing, and feeling the warmth of the sun on your face. As you move onwards between the fir trees, allow yourself to completely relax and be at one with the nature that surrounds you. Venturing further into the natural world of Whistler, you come to a clearing in the forest. You find yourself in front of a crystal clear lake with mountain peaks reflecting in its still waters. As you stand there, allow yourself some time, continuing to breathe through your nose and out through your mouth while you take in the beauty and serenity of this place. Now journey back from Whistler, knowing its nature and peacefulness will always be there, and when you are ready, open your eyes and come back into the present, feeling relaxed and calm. So we'll take a bit of time again now to think about Whistler wellness. Please again post messages in any of the chats or anything that you thought was particularly unique or attractive about wellness in Whistler. Again, any comments will go into a prize draw for a Whistler and Vancouver goodie bag. So really looking forward to hearing from you. And I will pop my video back on now, like magic. Yes, the air, I mean, it's just phenomenal being in Whistler. Like the air is especially fresh, but thankfully you're not actually particularly high. You're only around 500 meters, so the air isn't thin. So yeah, it's a great way to feel alive when you're shooting down or walking or biking around Whistler. And again, Gemma, I've got to say, personally, I don't think the pictures, the videos do complete justice. I'm glad it looks beautiful, but when you're there in person, it really is spectacular. And I think that's the beauty of Vancouver and Whistler as well, that they work so well together as a twin centre, that you get that time in the city, but still can be incredibly peaceful and outdoorsy. And then you take that amazing journey up to Whistler. So I think thanks again for your time. If you've got any further questions, anything to do with Whistler or Vancouver, we'll bring Megan and Karina back in now, and we'll happily answer them. So feel free to fire any questions to the three of us away now.
I did see a question in the chat from Maddie. Should we address that one?
Absolutely, because I may have missed it speaking peacefully.
Very peacefully.
Why don't you start,
Feeling zen,
Megan?
Michael?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So the question was asking about spa hotels. So in Vancouver, in the video, you would have seen those barrel saunas. So that's the Westin Bayshore. So it's right on the edge of Stanley Park in Cole Harbour. So they've got a really beautiful outdoor space, hot tubs, pool, and those outdoor saunas. So that's a favorite for sure. The Fairmonts are also really great options for spa hotels. The Pacific Rim, the Fairmont Pacific Rim, actually just revitalized their spa a little bit, and now they have kind of the ice baths and the different saunas, and so you can definitely have quite a well-rounded wellness experience staying at the Pacific Rim. And another one, the Shangri-La, has a really beautiful spa there as well. So a lot of the hotels, the higher end luxury hotels, have some great spa options right on the property.
Yeah, and
Karina.
similar to Whistler, yeah, a lot of the hotels, like the Fairmont, Four Seasons has a great spa, which I like to go to. A lot of locals like to go to that one. The Westin has a great spa, but I do recommend, as you saw in the video, spending some time at the Scandinave spa as well. So you can enjoy the hotel one, but maybe go out and spend an afternoon or something at the Scandinave spa as well. So.
And I can see the question now about, what would you do for a client's birthday? I would say it really depends, what they're looking to do and how much their budget is. If they want to, they can get on a helicopter from either Vancouver and Whistler and fly to the middle of nowhere and have a picnic lunch and do a yoga session. Or there are some absolutely great spas, and I do think the Scandinav is something truly unique. It's got no talking, which I struggle with a little bit, but apart from that, I think it's absolutely wonderful. And Marie, you're asking for any material and videos. Yeah, we'll get your contact details, because actually both Whistler and Vancouver have incredible trade sites. And if you go into our booth here at TTG Canada Fest, you can get the links to both of those trade sites. And also, Megan, would it be a good opportunity to maybe say a couple of things about the Vancouver Specialist Program?
Yeah, I'd love to. So we do have a Vancouver Specialist Program. If some of you have done the Canadian Specialist Program, it's a little bit different, but similar style, where you work through a series of modules. It takes you about 2 hours to complete, but there's 8 courses. There's one based on cruise, on seasonality, hotels. So it's a really great opportunity for you to increase your knowledge on the destination and kind of sell outside of those standard summer itineraries and kind of think about the different seasons, potentially visit in winter. So it really just helps give you the tools and the confidence to be able to sell that. So vancouverspecialist.ca. Once you're done, you get a destination experience pass. So if you come to Vancouver on your own, you have a pass to experience all of our activities for 2 people. There's a certificate. So there's lots of different perks that you get as a Vancouver specialist. So we recommend, if you have the time, to dive into that program.
Brilliant. And Carol has asked what the average temperature is during the summer months. Karina, to you first.
Yeah, so in July and August, we're looking at probably mid-20s during the day. Sometimes we even get to 30, which is really nice when you can jump in one of the cooler lakes when it gets that warm. But yeah, I would say between 20 and 30 during those July and August months is the average temperature. When you do go up the mountain, though, for your hiking or your sightseeing, it is a little bit cooler. So we always recommend bringing a jacket because it tends to be a bit cooler up the mountain, but still very comfortable, probably about 20 or so.
And Megan in Vancouver?
Yeah, so for Vancouver, I'd say we're about 5 to 10 degrees warmer than Whistler in the village. So that 25 degrees Celsius, and it can get about 10 degrees warmer of that in the summer as well. Kind of those peak summer weeks. We always get a bit of a hot period. But the nice thing is you're right on the ocean. You can go for a little dip and cool off. But we do get some beautiful sunny summers. That's what we're known for sure.
And Maddie is asking about any specific wellness focused tours or holidays that have been sold by UK operators. I mean, there's a lot of UK operators that can add on wellness packages. So, Megan, do you know of any UK operators that are specifically selling packages? And if not, maybe a couple of really good wellness suppliers such as Rockwood that would be over in Vancouver?
Yeah, there's no specific itinerary that's been built out with any of the tour operators, but they would all the key ones would work with the hotels that we mentioned and be able to contract product for that. Rockwood Adventures is a high-end luxury tour company that focuses on groups from 6 to 10 people. So it would be for rather a client that's willing to pay for a private experience and buy out the tour, or for a small group. And they take you across to the North Shore and along the Capilano River, and you do some forest bathing. There's a really incredible high-end picnic right in the forest there on the picnic tables. So it is a really great experience to be able to connect to nature. One resource that we do have is we have a wellness itinerary. It's based on 2 days. And of course, we'd love for people to add more than 2 days in Vancouver, but it is on our trade website and kind of gives you some inspiration on how you could put that together in a tailor-made package.
And Karina, if customers are looking at adding wellness experiences in Whistler, what would you recommend?
Yeah, similar to Vancouver, the tour operators, they, contract with all the main companies that offer the canoeing or the hiking or the forest bathing. So they'd be able to help you. And we also have a trade website that has some, great itinerary ideas on there. And you can always reach out to Michael or I as well to get some suggestions or help you kind of put a suggested itinerary together. We're here to help for any of that kind of stuff as well.
And again, my contact details are all in the Whistler Vancouver booth. So, yep, feel free to go in there. You'll get the trade pages. You'll get my email address as well. So, if you do have anything on Whistler or Vancouver, I'm on the same time zone as you. So, feel free to get in touch. And thank you, Sarah, for posting the link to the Vancouver Specialist Program. That was appreciated. And I think, unless Megan or Karina have spotted any other questions, I think that's all the questions we've got. So thanks again for joining us on this session. Hugely appreciated you giving up the time to come and join us, and have a lovely week.
Thanks, everyone.